What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. And in this video we're going to be doing part 4 of the S2000 rebuild project. Now I don't know exactly where I left off last time. Basically I was in the middle of filming and that was 3 days ago or so now. Alright, so boom. Module not reset. We got the module back from Safety Restore, and I'll show you that in a second. It basically could not be reset. They said it only happens to 10% of the units they receive. It wasn't safe for them to reset the unit, so I had to go ahead and buy another unit. Just got that in today, so we're gonna do a little unboxing. I got, obviously, remember I got the passenger airbag already, so that's set. I should have the driver airbag, the SRS in. We got the second seatbelt, the original seatbelt reset, just because the ones that we ended up getting from Honda Heaven, one of them looked a little rough, and we're like, if we can actually fix it, because I had to cut one of the belts to get it out of the car, but if we can actually fix that belt, might as well throw it in there. It's a lower mileage belt, essentially. It's a 80,000 mile seat belt that was in pretty good condition, so we could save that, obviously save it. So let's go ahead and jump into this. I'm going to be trying to reinstall the entire SRS system. So this SRS module I got is supposed to be from a car with 0 accidents, 0 airbags deployed, so we shouldn't have a problem there. But let's jump into this. So here's the old module. As you can see, module not reset. We cannot safely reset this unit. Fully refund has been issued. So that's the old module. This should be the new seatbelt from Safety Restore. Hopefully everything in here is working. Then we got the new SRS module, which I'll open in a sec, and then this should be the airbag. There's our module. I don't know what this is, but I mean, it looks identical. All the numbers are the same. I'm gonna look at all the part numbers one more time, but supposedly this is supposed to be a good module, so I guess we're gonna see today. I think this is. There we go. Seems like something extremely dangerous to ship, but let's go ahead and open this up. It's a lot better than the old one. Alright, so we have pictures of both the airbags. It's going to be the original seatbelt. I have a picture of the other serial number on the new belt. The only problem is, this is the other one we got, like both of them, that seemed as if it was locked up. So we got the original reset. So this is the passenger side, I believe. And I also had a broken connector, but I was able to pull that from the old belt that I had to cut out of the car because it was stuck on the seat, which I think, yeah, it was this side. You can still see the leather's been sitting out, so I mean, it's had some time to expand a little bit, so it's not that bad. But the sequence is going to be SRS, then airbags and seatbelts at the same time. It's just disconnecting the battery, giving it time, letting everything reset, and then putting it all back together. So I should, once I connect all 4 points of the SRS system, because the wires run through here, you got your seatbelt, driver airbag, passenger airbag. So once I replace all of that, technically, if this SRS module was actually good, I should be able to put the negative terminal back in the battery, and when I start it up, the SRS light should flash for about 6 seconds, and then it should turn off and the car should be reset. And I'm going to try and start it away from it, maybe with my foot on the clutch just out of the car in case anything goes wrong. So either everything's going to go good, or I'm about to make a several $100 mistake. Alright, so in theory, the SRS is the easiest part. This is the original unit that Safety Restore cannot reset, and this is the new unit. They're the exact same model number. Parts number is a little different, so I don't know if that's, obviously they're not going to be exactly the same if these are made and there's thousands and thousands of S2000s. As it goes down the line, obviously the numbers increase, so I'm assuming that that just means, you know, production number, and as long as the model number is the same, I should be alright. So there's no grounds, there's nothing that is part of the system with the actual bolt, so that does say to tighten it down first. So I'm going to do this as basic as I can. I think I'm going to install the SRS module, and then we're going to go for the airbags, and then, or maybe the seat belts first, then the airbags, then we'll go ahead and see if everything works. So see you guys in a sec. All right, so that's one installed. Now we gotta move on to the seat belts. All right, so we got passenger, we got the seat belts are hooked up, the SRS is hooked up and everything. I was worried about this belt. It actually seems like it's pulling now, doesn't seem like it's locked up. The other belt, obviously I got reset, so I got this super bright light so you guys can see everything. The last airbag is the one that I would say worries me the most because it was the most expensive. So SRS module's in, everything else is in. I'm gonna put the last airbag in and then we're going to connect the negative terminal and hope everything goes smoothly. All right, so it's time for the moment of truth. All I have to do is connect the passenger airbag as well as the driver's side, and then we're going to find out if these are gonna blow. Now, I already connected the seat belts, so that's all done, and basically the manual says that you do the connectors, and then you turn the ignition on, and the SRS should flash, kind of like in a regular car when your airbag light comes on. Yeah, she sounds worried. So I'm gonna get her out of here, and then we're gonna see what we can do. Boom. All right, last step. So if we connect this, all right, no airbags have blown so far. So it says turn ignition on, so I don't know if that means accessory, if that means starting the car. I'll do both, but all right. Neutral, brakes on. Oh, I'm gonna stand back a little bit. It's like a bomb squad. Hang on, key's not turning. I'll go on this side. I put it in wrong. All right. 4, 5, 6. No, it's accessory mode, so it means I'm gonna have to start the car. All right. See if I can get a clutch foot in there, move everything out of the way. All right. Push the clutch in. All right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, that's started, everything's plugged in, and what was supposed to happen, it said that if you plug the SRS in, or once you start the ignition and it reset the system and everything, that the SRS should come on for 6 seconds, kind of like a normal car, like I said, with the airbag light and everything. So it should come on and then it should go away, and it's not going away. So either we got a bad module or it hasn't been reset properly. So I'm going to try and disconnect the negative terminal one more time and we'll try this again. Should be about 6 seconds. Nope. I think there's one more thing it could possibly be, and that is there's a cable here, which technically this is part of the seatbelt system. This is for the detection whether or not you have your seatbelt on, and they only have it on the driver's side. It's not on the passenger side. So it may be that I need to reinstall the seat. So I'm thinking maybe if I plug the seat in, but I would assume that would be the seatbelt light, not, and it has to have weight on it and you driving for it to know to do that. So I don't know if that's part of the system. If not, I just have a bad module, but nothing blew up, so I'm still pretty happy. I'm gonna try and install the seat and then we'll see if that's the problem. One more time, I'm gonna stand back. All right, so it should be 6 seconds again. Nothing. All right, well, there is one other thing I think I can do, which is kind of like a at-home reset. You'll see in a second, but I'm gonna go get a paper clip and we're gonna see if we can get this to work. All right, so this is what I meant by paperclip. Basically, there's a memory signal erase connector is what they call it, and it sounds made up, honestly, but basically the SRS system will still throw the light even if the problem is corrected without doing a reset procedure. And if we do this and it does not work, that means that there still is a fault in the system. But basically, if I reset this and everything works, then we should be good to go and the light should turn off permanently. There's a sequence on what you do here, so I'm going to try and do it as best I can. It involves turning the ignition on and the light blinking and everything to let me know what I'm doing. So basically I'm going to plug it in with, or turn the ignition on with this connected for 6 seconds. The SRS light should turn off. I'm going to pull it out, and then within 4 seconds it's going to come back on. I'm going to replug this back in. Another 4 seconds it's going to turn off, and then I'm going to pull it back out, and if it blinks 2 times, then we should have done the procedure correctly. So I'm going to try and do this as best I can while still filming it. So let's go ahead and do this. Sorry for the noise. So I'm going to plug into the back of the connector. Make sure we touch both of these. Turn the ignition on. Okay, SRS light's off. Move it. It's going to come back on. Plug it in. It turns off. We unplug it. Now, if this blinks 2 times, should be okay. Boom. Okay, so the SRS reset. I'm going to turn off the car, and basically I'm going to restart it, and they want you to wait at least 10 minutes before you actually try it. So if I let it sit for 10 minutes and then go and restart it, it should reset the light, and if it does, then we have no more faults in our system. So I'll see you in a sec. So if I turn this on and the SRS light's gone, we have no more faults in the system. So prayers in the comments. Give it 6 seconds, and it's off. Hell yes. All right, so it's off. Okay, so the whole SRS system is completely repaired. I guess that means I can button up the entire car, because obviously it still has no seats in it and everything. So that just means that I have to button everything up in the car, seal everything up, and then we're good to go except for body and paint. So still working on somebody getting on the frame, but that's good news. I'm happy. All right, so we actually got something done today. I'm happy if the whole SRS system works. I turned off the car a couple more times and ran it for a little bit. Seems to be working, so I guess that's all taken care of. Now it's just about fixing the frame and the body and everything. Oh, don't do that, don't do that. All right, well, that's gonna do it for this time. Thank you guys for watching. If you wanna see the rest of this build series, and then of course the Porsche and everything else, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to drop a like on this video, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.